Hey guys, and welcome back to another HelloFresh recipe video. This is the third HelloFresh video I've done here on my channel. I will link the other two that I did before this one down below. So basically today we are just following another HelloFresh recipe. Today we are making a veggie baked penne dish with herbed ricotta and mozzarella. I absolutely love Italian dishes. They are one of my favorites to make. So I'm super stoked to be doing this one today. Before we get into cooking, make sure you like this video and subscribe down below so you don't miss any of my videos. I post weekly content here on my channel, so make sure you have the bell turned on so you get notified every time I post. And yeah, without further ado, let's get cooking. For today's recipe, I am using 2 zucchinis, 2 Roma tomatoes, 1 onion, red pepper flakes, Italian seasoning, my penne pasta, some olive oil, salt, pepper, marinara sauce, some ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese, and some coconut sugar. I am making 4 servings total today just because I love leftovers, so that's what we're doing. Let's begin. All right guys, so I am starting off by boiling a medium pot of salted water and then adding my penne to that. And then I'm also going to preheat my oven to 450. And while that's heating up, I'm going to prepare my vegetables. So I'm starting off by grating my 2 zucchinis. This worked really well, but just be careful when you get down to the end of the zucchini that you don't hurt your fingers, because it does get harder to hold as the zucchini gets smaller, so just be careful of that. At this point, my pasta was boiling for about 8 minutes, so it's just under al dente. So I'm going to drain that and then add it to a bowl and set it off to the side. I am then going to chop my onion and my tomato. So I'm then going to add a drizzle of olive oil to my pan, and while that's heating up, I'm going to add all of my spices into one little bowl so I don't have to add everything separately. So I'm adding 2 teaspoons of my coconut sugar, a generous amount of Italian seasoning, and a large pinch of salt. I'm then adding my tomato and my onion to my pan, and then also adding the zucchini after that. And then I'm also adding my entire jar of marinara. And then the recipe calls for a half a cup of water. So I measured that out separately, and then I added that to the empty jar of marinara and shook it, so that way I'm getting all that marinara goodness out of the jar. And then I also added my little seasonings in the pan as well. And in my case, I could have used a slightly bigger pan, so I had to be extra careful when I stirred everything together. I'm going to let that simmer covered for a few minutes, and in the meantime, I'm going to make my ricotta base. So I'm using 1 cup of ricotta cheese, once again, a good amount of Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, and then as well as a few teaspoons of olive oil. I did add a little bit more olive oil because I wanted it to be a little bit softer in consistency. And once that was mixed up, I added all of my noodles back to the pot that they boiled in. And then I also added all of that marinara mixture into the pot. It's time to add half of that mixture into a 9 by 13 inch baking pan. So once I get half of that down, I'm going to top it with the entire ricotta mixture and spread that out real nice, and then add the rest of the pasta mixture right on top. I am using an entire packet of mozzarella cheese. That was the perfect amount. Topping that off, and then it's ready to go in the oven for 10 minutes. It came out looking golden brown and delicious. I did let mine set for 5 to 8 minutes before dishing it up onto a plate. And then I did top mine with hot pepper flakes because I like that extra heat. This was so delicious. Leftovers were just as good. So I definitely recommend making this one. It turned out so good. That was so delicious. We went back for seconds. It was that good. I did add a little bit more Italian seasoning than the recipe called for because 2 teaspoons for that entire pan just didn't seem like enough. I'm very lenient with the spices because I usually like to season more heavily with certain things, but I basically followed this recipe to a T. I did just use olive oil, set of butter. Everything tasted amazing. I love casseroles. They're just so easy to make and they turn out so good. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed cooking with me today. Make sure you are subscribed if you are not already. And as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye.